I love the question that we had. If you're just tuning in, I'll fill you in. It has to do with Mark in San Jose was asking a good question. Now, Mark was 59 something
already,
late 50s, 59, and he's got a son, like a year and a half old. Whew, man! But okay, hey, good for you. Good for you. If you can handle it, I mean, I couldn't. There's no way. But if you can handle it, great. All right, so he's got, but he wants to save for his education, and he's got a decent amount.
He's been saving money into a 529.
Right, he's got enough to put away, maybe to do both a 529 and a Roth. But his question was, do I do a 529 plan or a Roth? Now, the 529 plan, Professor Plum, there's one available. Each state has their own plan.
At least one.
And you can put your money in any state's plan. It doesn't have to be the one that you live in, although many, if not most, states offer some decent state tax incentive of some kind
for new contributions, except for the state that the caller lived in.
Right. Now, the caller lived in Mark lives in California. Nah, you get nothing, and you'll enjoy it. As the parents used to say, you get nothing and enjoy it. So
sounds like when we'd bug my mom, what's for dinner? Poison, and you'll like it.
Yes, and you'll eat it. Yes.
I grew up with that.
Rat innards.
My mom would just say poison. She wouldn't make it disgusting, John.
My mom never did that. She couldn't fool me because she was a great cook, and we always had good dinners.
Yeah.
She only, we still joke about it, she only blew it twice that I recall.
In your entire childhood?
Yes, on an experimental dinner. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. One of them was broiled bologna and cheese.
What?
Yes. So she got it out of a cookbook somewhere and wanted to try it. It was awful. I think they still use it as a doorstop. Oh. All right, so that was one. And then the other one was something called meatloaf puff. And you can ask her about it. It just didn't work.
Well, yeah.
It didn't work. And we loved meatloaf, but this was awful. Anyway. All right. So, but besides those two, how did I get off on this discussion? Oh, right. Besides those two, she always had good food. So she couldn't say that anything she was making was terrible. It was always delicious. Let's see. So I went from that. I was talking about 529 plans. Can't recall. All right. Anyway, on the 529 plan, you can invest in anything, any state's plan. Whether they give you a tax break or not, that's entirely up to you, how you decide which, if you want to use your own states or not. But the 529 plan has limited investment options, obviously. They're going to give you a list. You can invest in these. Maybe the only thing that it has going for it, perhaps, is that with a Roth IRA, you've got a limit of $5,500 or $6,500 to contribute per year. 529 plans offer quite a bit more.
Significantly higher limits.
Yeah, significantly higher limits. Wasn't it 100,000 or?
It's basically, technically, it's 5 years of the annual gift, so $75,000.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay,
but you can go higher.
Yeah, and you can. And is that per year? No, that's how much you can put in there.
Well, no, and you can continue to contribute until the account is in the $250,000 range.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. Yes. Anyway, so you can put a whole lot more money in. But if you have that kind of money to put in, I don't know. We came to the conclusion that the Roth IRA was a much better idea for our caller Mark.
Well, if you can only afford,
if you got
to do one or the other, you can't afford to do more. You can only afford to do the one or the other.
Start with the Roth.
You start with the Roth. Fully fund the Roth. If you can only do 5, put 5. If you can do 6, and you're 50 years of age or older, put 6 in the Roth. If you can do 10. Put this first $6,500 in the Roth, and then you can use the extra $3,500 into the 529.
Yes, and the reason we say this is because mainly because of the flexibility. Both accounts, 529 and the Roth IRA, you're putting post-tax money in, so there's no deduction up front. We'll leave alone the state tax incentives, which may play a role depending on your circumstances. We'll leave that alone. There's post-tax money going in, so there's really no incentive for that. They both grow tax-deferred, potentially tax-free, depending on how you use the money and when you take it out. Now, for the Roth,
after 5 years and 59.5, it's tax-free for whatever you use it for.
The earnings and the contributions.
With the 529, it's tax-free only if it's used for higher education.